You know me, I like to look out and see who's here. Here we are. Here we all are. And those of you that have been here before know I like to begin with a bit of humor, something to open us up, a little bit of laughter, to help us live in the wonder of every single moment. So there was a minister nearing the end of a fiery sermon on the sins of alcohol. And he told his congregation, if I had a gallon of beer, I'd throw the whole lot in the river. If I had a gallon of wine, I'd throw that whole lot in the river too. And if I had a gallon of whiskey, well, that'd be in the river too. Can I have an amen? Amen, amen, amen. Then up stepped Linda Snodgrass, our choir director, and she said, now we will sing, shall we gather at the river. We'll talk later. Need that address. All right, so the river, our stream of consciousness, is filled with so much. And that said, do you ever wonder, why am I here? Do you ever wonder, how do I get through this one? How do I get over this challenge? How do I meet that goal? It seems so insurmountable. Why me? That's been one of mine over the years. Why me? I've wondered a lot. And I always have and probably will wonder. Why me? Well, the answer is simple for me. Why not? Why not? Once upon a time, I believed wonder a place to live full time. That the wonder was a destination, a finish line, if you will, a point of completion. It was a getting through all the trials and tribulations of this world, and thus to live happily ever after. Anyone else? Once upon a time. What a fairy tale. Once upon a time. The time is now. Now, fairy tales are fun, and it feels nice to wish upon a star, doesn't it? To wish upon a star. What is a wish metaphysically? Well, for me, a wish is a new beginning. It might be a bright idea, a beginning towards something new for us. A wish to me is our creative aspect activated. We're all creative beings. Who's a creative being here? Everybody should raise their hands. This is all about you. You're all creative. If you're not creating anything, you're creating that too. Why me? We're creative beings. We must express. The star, when we wish upon a star, when we activate that star idea, it's our best idea, that star. It's our brightest ideal for us. And in between the wish and the star is, guess what? Wonder. Living in the wonder. Our Science of Mind founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, writes in the textbook, when we use our creative intelligence in strong, strong faith, it will create for us out of one substance whatever we have formed in thought. In this, you and I are co-creator with this thing we call God. The terms wish and wonder in my view, our spirit becoming activated within us. But the higher truth and spiritual reality of the term wonder is greater than a wish, much greater than a wish. To be in wonder, according to St. Merriam-Webster, is to be curious, and I love this part of it, or in doubt about. To be curious or in doubt about. What does that mean? Curious, we all know, but in doubt? Doubt involves, by definition, uncertainty. Doubt, on an emotional level, is indecision between belief and disbelief. So there's that time, that space between the idea, the wish, the wonder, and the star coming true in manifestation. So it's good to doubt what's happening now as the end result of what can happen now. Did you get that? It's good to doubt. If you don't like what's happening now, is that permanent? No. So doubt that. And know a greater truth. Move into the wonder of what's possible. And then reach for the star of your best ideas. Because within you are your best ideas. I saw a lot of stars yesterday. I went to the Pride Festival. Got my souvenir bracelet. Only $5, see. But I mention that because there is so much wonderful divine expression in the world. And we, as a center, we showed up in love and passed out what it is that we provide for expression in a greater way. And they were all about that. That's the whole festival is about free expression, living as a star of your own world. And I was moved. I was moved. I was moved. What I know about being curious in all of this, being in doubt and being curious, is it keeps the way open. It keeps our unfoldment when filled with wonder. It keeps it open. And you know what? It's wonderful. It is wonderful. Why is this wonderful for me and for all of us? It's what Spirit does through us. It has to do it through us. And so in this space I call wonder this morning, it's a place of contemplation. It's a place of resting for a moment, removing yourself from the confusion of the world, the drama in the planet, no matter what that drama is. And a moment to contemplate, to sit, to reflect, and to know what is true. Through our inquisitive nature, because I'm sure you're questioning right now, what's this guy talking about? Through our inquisitive nature, we have the possibility to live forward. Forward. To initiate a divine principle that is both curious in approach and yet remains in doubt about just exactly how things may end up. In other words, don't box it in. When I teach Science of Mind treatment in Science of Mind class, 5 easy steps. Sounds like cooking, well, it is. But there's 5 easy steps. Recognize God as all there is. I am that which God is. Number 2, state your intention as being complete and done right now. No doubt. Give gratitude and release. Release to what you treated for or something greater. That's the approach. What's happening now is great, maybe. But there's always something more exciting to happen. Look where I am today. This is exciting to me. Who knew? That's a question who knew? Somehow deep inside I knew. But I didn't say, never going to happen. Can't happen. My comeback to a question is when it goes, yes, for me, it's possible. There's something within that knows how to do it. I don't have to know. I remain curious, and boy, do I remain in wonder sometimes. But it's such a wonderful teaching, such a wonderful way to live. I had this shift of awareness with this teaching when it came into my life, and there's a paragraph in the Science of Mind textbook that spoke to me way back in the olden days. And it's on page 40, if you want to look this up. I quote, "We should approach the study of this science rationally, never expecting to derive any benefits from it that its principle does not contain. For while it is true that we are immersed in an infinite intelligence, a mind that knows all things, it is also true that this intelligence can acquaint us, familiarize us with its ideas only as we are able to and willing to receive them. Able and willing to receive them. The divine mind is infinite." You hear that a lot, don't you? The divine mind is infinite. It contains all knowledge and wisdom, yet before it can reveal its secrets, it must have an outlet. This outlet we shall be compelled to supply through our own receptive mentalities. We must accept it as being true for us. We must fully accept this whole idea of knowledge, flow, wisdom through us for it to unfold. Ask yourself, am I letting God's secrets, my divine expression, be known? Are you telling yourself and believing yourself first? And if you have any doubt, that's good. That means you're processing. That's why we have practitioners to help us know in a greater way that we are divine expressions, that we have within us all that we need. All that we need. The only thing missing is a greater belief that it's true. Your divine unfoldment, which is your life here, depends on you to be the outlet by use of your own mental ideas about it. Don't let what you think you cannot do interfere with what you can do. If the Olympians thought that way, they'd never win the gold medal. Dr. Carolyn talked about that. Talked about one athlete whose statement, whose affirmation was to make it to the Olympics. He did, as far as he got. Won no medals. He did not have that greater vision. That star idea was where it was. Now, no judgment, but a lot of awareness about how we think and what it becomes. I am so grateful for all of God's secrets that I have witnessed these past several months. It's been quite a session of wonder and doubt and working through all of that. And I'm so grateful. I have a writing from the teachings of Rumi. Does anyone know Rumi? Anyone like Rumi here? Yeah. It's pretty deep stuff, but I like that. It's a stretch. It makes me wonder more, doubt more, conceive more, evolve more. And it's titled, Find a Home in the Heights. If you detach yourself from all worldly worries, you will live in the rapture of eternity's garden, which I've paraphrased to find balance. If you purify yourself with the holy water of abstinence, which is getting rid of old beliefs and patterns of activity, how we behave, if we purify ourselves and get rid of that, the murkiness of your heart will change into clear light. If you separate yourself from the house of desires, ooh, what's that? To me, it's distractions that draw us away from what is pure and true for us. You will come into the sanctuary of divine majesty, which is your spiritual magnificence. Your divine majesty. Doesn't that feel good? Say that. Divine majesty. Does that feel good, or are you kind of nervous about that word, that phrase? Sometimes it's hard to accept our magnificence, isn't it? It really is. We're more apt to say, we're worms of the dust, or we don't deserve it. But our divine majesty, oh my goodness. Am I better than someone else? No. The difference is in recognition of who we truly are. And it goes on to say, in the heart of the ocean of unity, you're not a pearl that any worldly money can buy. So you're priceless. If you're brave enough to not grovel in the dust, you can find a home in the heights of heaven, which is, to me, heaven here is a greater understanding of what is true. If you dive headfirst into profound contemplation, which is living in this wonder we've talked about, if you dive headfirst into profound contemplation, you will dissolve all the past debris of destiny, which is your old thought, your old ways. Doing such things are the sign of the real seeker. The signs of fire of those who race along the path. Whew. That Rumi. Good stuff. If you've not read his stuff, or if you have it at home, it's a good reread. Because there's lots of doubt and lots of wonder in the writings. And it makes me think on a higher and deeper level. Well, this is my current affirmation for my own greater awareness. I'm going to share it with you. Live life like someone left the gate open. Live life like someone left the gate open. I see a dog running out in the wild. Woohoo! I'm free. You know, live life without restriction or boundary. Our theme for the month is creating new thought forms. Creating new thought forms, engaging new thought forms, embracing new ideas. Doesn't say box them in, it just says love them up. So by letting yourself be open to something greater, it's freeing, and it's more contagiously loving for the world. So when you wish upon a star, as the song goes, it makes no difference who you are, does it? Living in the wonder of infinite possibility opens the heart and the mind. And it allows the creative aspect of being, which is our true nature, allows it to flow like the river. Ram Dass tells us everything in your life is there as a vehicle for your transformation. Use it. Use it. I don't care what it is. I found over the years that some of my most propelling moments have been when something has appeared less than wonderful. Anyone else? Nobody. You can do it in your mind. It's okay. But use it. Use those as indicators of where we really think and believe. And when we can take the judgment out of those times, there's such a sweetness and awareness of that's not important anymore. That's not real for me anymore. It's happening now, and I'm seeing it show up. And I bless it, and I thank it, and I say, goodbye. Raymond Charles Barker, Collected Wisdom. He writes, one of the great advantages of being a part of this church of religious science is that we are not a part of that which has been. We are a part of that which is. Let go of what doesn't serve. That's what was happening then. That was the past. And embrace what is now. Embrace what is true. Embrace that part of yourself that is love and joy and harmony and such potential. Such potential. So I urge you, each one of you, to be curious and in doubt about. Be curious and in doubt about. Doubt the perception called limitation. And be in wonder about what is. ... What is possible? What is my greatest gift to offer? First to myself, yourself, and then to the world. What is it I bring? I look around the room and I see so many gifts that all of you provide. Don't know all of you yet, but I know a lot of you. And I know what you do in the world about this. But there's Hazel. Hi, Hazel. And she gives so much. She's such a loving heart. And a lot of people through here, you give so much, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And so that is when you're drawn to give out of your idea, your bright star of love. That's when we have that sense of flow and wonder and living. Wish upon the star of your imagination. Set up in mind, God's mind, your mind, my mind, one mind, a new experience. Set up one that feels real good. Can you do that? What feels good to you today? What have you been saying, oh, beep, beep, not that one, because that's too good. That's too good. There's nothing too good if it's you, if it's your idea. John, what a gift you have. Do you read music, John? Do you? But you. I watched him. He'll just start playing. Start playing. That is such a gift. Such a gift. I don't have that gift, but I certainly honor that. So, set up a new experience for yourself, one that feels real good, and then be in the wonder of just how it will be. Just wonder how it will be in your life. Wonder how that idea will show up for you. Sometimes it shows up in the strangest forms for me. Until I have a moment to step back, look at it, and go, yeah, that was necessary to get to my idea over here. But here was my seed. Here was all of this drama stuff that drew me through and around and to this divine idea, which I had all along, but along the way sometimes there was that conflama, conflict and drama, in between. Conflama. I like making, putting words together. So, beloveds, as you gather at the river of infinite possibilities, remember, now is the moment, and we are the ones. Live in the wonder of your spiritual magnificence. Live in the wonder of what is you already. There's nothing to get. Let it show up, let it rise up, let it flow in your life in greater ways. And when you do that, wonderful things will be seen and recognized by you sooner and sooner all the time. And so it is. Namaste.